back to my channel. This is my second video from the series of Know More Bout Makeup. So today I'm going to discuss with you guys about foundations. I'll start by saying what foundation is. Foundation, or it can also be called as base. So foundation helps in making your skin tone even. Now we Indian people, we generally tend to have a little bit of patchiness on our face. Maybe our mouth area is a little bit dark than rest of our face. So not every people in India has got the even out skin tone color. So what foundation does is that it evens out your skin tone. Number two is that it is a myth that foundation makes us look fair. No, it's not that. If you're going to a shop, please make sure that you are going there to get something which absolutely matches your skin and not lighter to your skin and not darker to your skin. So the biggest mistake which we do is that when we go to a shop, we really tend to swatch the foundation. Swatch means like you're taking the foundation and you're blending it onto your hand, or you're taking a lipstick, you're buying a lipstick and you're applying it onto your hand. So that thing is called as swatching. Now when we are swatching a foundation in the store, generally the sales girl, what they do is that they swatch the foundation on here, on our wrist. So a very big no to it. What you need to do is that you need to ask her to apply the foundation on anywhere of your mouth where there is a bone. For example, your forehead, your jawline. So these two are the places where you should swatch the foundation. You need to blend it to your skin. Don't let the sales girl blend the foundation onto your skin. Ask her, you're going to do it. You're going to take the foundation onto your finger, swatch it over here and try to, pat it over there. Now when you're patting your foundation over there, it will slowly get distributed on this portion of your skin. Now if you think that the foundation has matched your skin and it got blended in really well, and it is not looking fairer to your skin tone or darker to your skin tone, then that is the exact match of your foundation. Guys, don't ever get yourself a foundation which is a shade or two lighter to your skin tone or a shade or two deeper to your skin tone, because that is going to look very bad when you're actually going out into the sunlight and moving out here and there. That is going to look very bad onto your face. Even if you are going to a party and there is a flash photography going on, it will look very bad, because if you take one or two shades lighter to your skin tone, then it is going to look very ashy in flash photography. And if you are taking a shade or two deeper to your skin tone, again that is going to look very orangey onto your skin tone. Now basically your face is your canvas. So obviously to have a nice painting on your canvas, for example if you take a drawing book, now the drawing book's page is all like white. You cannot see that the drawing book's page is a little where it is a darker color and a little, the color is not patchy on the page. If you take the drawing book, a single page, it is like milk white over there. So obviously you need a very even toned out color in order to draw over there. So our face is the page of your drawing book, if that makes sense. So your face is the page of your drawing book, and you need to even out the color everywhere. So you need to apply a foundation. A foundation, as I said, it doesn't make you look white. It helps you to enhance your beauty features. So that is the reason we girls use foundation. So it is a myth that we use foundation to look fair or whatever it is. Whoever says it, bullshit. I'm sorry to say that word, but no, that is a wrong thing.
Prior to applying a foundation, there are few steps which you need to follow. First, you should cleanse your face with your face wash which suits you the most. Then you need to use a toner with a cotton pad and pat it onto your skin. Next, you need to use a moisturizer. Now, today I'm going to use the Face Shop Chia Seed No Shine Intense Hydrating Cream, and as you guys can see, I am dropping it in dots onto my entire face and I'm blending it and also don't forget the neck part, guys. And after you're done with your moisturizer, you need to wait for 5 minutes so that it gets soaked in. For my primer, I'm using this Blue Heaven Perfect Makeup Base, and it's a silicone based primer. You can see the consistency, it is a pure silicone based primer. Now I took it in my finger and then I warmed it by rubbing it between my fingers, and then I applied it onto my T-zone at first, and then I spreaded the primer onto the rest of my face, and also I have applied it onto my neck area. I need to wait for 3 minutes so that it gets absorbed to my skin. I'm going to use this Milani foundation. As you guys can see, it comes with a nice pump and the texture is a little thick and also a very slightly runny. Now I'm going to show you how you can apply this foundation with a foundation brush, with a damp sponge, and also with your magical finger. Now I'm dropping the foundation onto my face, and this side I'm showing you how I will apply it with my fingers. So firstly I am dropping the foundation on the entire place, and then I'm patting it with my finger because I want it to have a good coverage onto my face. So as you guys can see, I'm not dragging it, of course, because it's not a moisturizer, it's a foundation. Anyway, so I am patting it lightly with my finger, and this will give me a very nice coverage. Now the more you pattern your foundation, the more it will look flawless and the more it will stay onto your skin, and the more it will get blended and have a nice flawless photographed look. Also, I'm taking the color onto my neck. Don't forget your neck, guys, because if you don't apply the foundation onto your neck, it is going to look really harsh. There would be a harsh line onto your jawline, and people can differentiate between your face and your neck. Now on this side of my face, again I'm dropping it a little bit of the foundation, and I'm taking my brush. Again, as you guys can see, I am not dragging the brush, I am stepping the brush, or maybe you can say that I am tapping the brush onto my face, and you can see how beautifully the foundation is getting blended. So the again the same thing, the more you blend in your foundation, the more it will last long and the more it will have a good finished look. And also I am taking the foundation onto my neck and chest area because I want the color to get matched to my neck and chest area. Now to use a sponge, you need to dampen it first. As you guys can see, I am dampening my sponge, so I need to wash it with a soap or anything of that sort. I haven't shown washing it with a soap or anything of that sort. Anyway, so now as you guys can see, I'm taking a towel and I'm squeezing off the excess water, whatever it has in it. Now what dampening a sponge will do is that it won't let the sponge eat up excess foundation, rather it will help in blending the foundation and not soak in the foundation, since sponge is like very porous in nature, so it might have a tendency to eat up your foundation, and of course you don't want to waste your foundation in that ways. Now you can see that once it has got dampened, it looks very soft and squishy. And again I am dotting my forehead and also my neck with the foundation, and of course I need to apply it onto my neck and chest area as well. Now I am going to take the sponge, which has become very squishy as of now, and I am just patting the foundation, again not dragging it. As you guys can see, I am patting the foundation. I apply the foundation in small dots because if I apply a very big chunk of the foundation anywhere, again once we place a sponge over the chunk of the foundation, the sponge will soak it up. So it's better to apply little by little layer, and in that ways the sponge cannot soak in a lot of the product. So yeah, I am doing onto my chest area as well, as you guys can see. Now to set your foundation, it is very important to use a setting powder. So I'm using this one from Elegant Pro powder, and this is in translucent, and I am going to drop in the powder onto my face. And now this is something which I personally do. I drop in the powder onto my face. You will see it how I blend in my powder, and I am packing the powder nicely onto my entire skin, as you guys can see. And I'm not blending it totally, and just packing it. And I use this MAC Prep Plus Prime Fix Plus, and I spray it onto my face. It makes the makeup last long. And then I build in the powder and the makeup fixing spray with a sponge in a very light handed motion and dabbing it all around my face.
There are many type of foundations, but mainly what is famous in the market are the liquid foundations. So liquid foundation is a foundation which is like really liquidy in nature and glides on very smoothly onto your skin. It acts like a very thick consistency sometimes or very thin consistency sometimes, it differs, but it is like very liquidy in nature. Number 2 is cream foundation. Now I have got an example of the Kryolan Derma color. So if you guys can see, it is a cream based foundation. It is really creamy in texture and it comes inside a pot. Obviously it cannot come in a bottle because it is not liquid in nature. So since it's a cream foundation, it comes in a pot.
Cream foundations are very much thicker than liquid and any other foundation.
So next is powder foundation. So I'm showing you the example of this Lakme 925 Primer Plus Matte Powder Foundation, and as you guys can see, it comes in a form of a compact, and once you open the container, this is the powder foundation, and you can apply it with a brush, or even you can damp your beauty blender, squeeze off the excess, and you can apply it onto your face. Next is foam based foundation. Now Maybelline has one in foam based foundation, that is the Maybelline Dream Nude Air Foam. I don't have that with me, but this is the photo you can see of it, and if you spray it, it comes out in a form of foam. So you can pat it onto your skin, or maybe you can use a brush to apply it, even you can use a sponge, but I would recommend that if you are buying this kind of foundation, then you should apply it with a brush because that goes really smoothly on your skin. Next is a cushion foundation. So the cushion foundation which I have is from Maybelline, and I already did a review on this one, so if you want, I will link it down in the bottom description box below. So this is the cushion foundation. As you guys can see, the form of this one is absolutely like a cushion, and the cushion is very porous in nature, and if you press it, you will see that it is like very spongy, and also this comes with a sponge. So basically I would suggest that if you are getting your hands on a cushion foundation, first of all, it is very unhygienic. Do not try to use it. Sorry, that was my phone. Or if you really want to use it, then use it with a brush and not with the sponge which comes within this cushion foundation. Next I have with me is a spray foundation. So this is the ones from Sally Hansen, and it is called Airbrush Legs. So if you're wearing a short dress and you're going out, you really want a nice dimension to your legs or to your hands, or you want your hands and legs to look flawless, then you can spray this onto your hands and legs, and you can distribute the product with your fingers or with your hand, and you can just do it like this as you apply a moisturizer. So I'll quickly show you how this one works. Once I open it, it comes with a nozzle like this. I know it's a bit dirty, and I've got a clean paper over here. So I'm going to show you how it works. Now next is a stick foundation. Now I have got this Express Meng 2. I don't know, this is just a local brand. I had this one only to show you. I don't have any stick foundation with me. So stick foundations come in this format. Once you open it, you twist it up. So this is the stick, as you guys can see, and you can just drag it onto your face like this, and you can buff it with your fingers or with a sponge, like a damp sponge, or even with a brush. You can buff it onto your skin. Next, there's a type of foundation called mousse foundation. Again, I don't have any mousse foundation, so this is a picture of a mousse foundation. You guys can see it is really thick in consistency. Again, it comes in a pot like this. So it actually has a good coverage. I think most foundations would be really appropriate for oily skin people. Finally, I'm going to talk about mineral foundations. Now, Bare Minerals is a company which has like very expensive mineral foundations. Now, mineral foundations are actually filled with minerals in it. People who doesn't like to wear very heavy foundation, they can go for mineral foundations because they are light and also they doesn't react to your skin. But also they are a little bit expensive, and even M.A.C has got a mineral foundation. I know it comes in a liquid form. Bare Mineral comes in a powder form of mineral foundation as well. So mineral foundations are actually good for people who has got a very sensitive skin and no foundation works on their skin, and these are the basic types of foundations you can find in the market nowadays. Now finally, I'm going to talk about foundations which are really good for oily skin and foundations which are good for dry skin people. So I'll start by talking about the foundations which are really good for oily skin people. So I've got a bunch of foundations with me. The first one is this L'Oreal Paris Matte Magique 12-Hour Bright Matte Foundation. So this has got a very high coverage and it is very thick in consistency. It is not very liquidy, it is in between liquid and cream. It has got SPF of 11 in it, so again it's a good buy. And if you have got very dark spots on your face, this is going to hide it. Now once you're done applying this foundation, you can go with another coat if you think that you have got a dark spot which didn't got hidden, so you can apply it. So yeah, that's that. Second foundation I have for oily skin people is the L'Oreal Infallible Stay Fresh Foundation 24-Hour, and this is an amazing foundation. Again, this is going to hide any of your blemishes, and it has got a very nice coverage. Now what coverage is that? If you apply a foundation and you think that your skin beneath it is getting shown and it didn't hide anything on your skin, then that has a low coverage. Now any foundation which you think that has hidden a little bit of your dark spots, that has got medium coverage. And if any foundation has covered all your blemishes, all your dark spots very nicely, you cannot see through, like the dark spots doesn't peek through your foundation, so those foundations have got high coverage. So this Infallible one has got a high coverage. If you apply this foundation on 2 layers, like 1 layer you applied it properly, then again you pumped up a little bit more foundation and again you went on a second layer. So in that case, it is going to hide everything because this has got a high coverage. But if you have got really dark spots which cannot be hidden by it, then comes the part of color correcting. Next, I have this again from L'Oreal. It is a True Match Foundation. Now, oh my god, the last 3 were all from L'Oreal. I love L'Oreal foundations, guys. Trust me, L'Oreal makes amazing foundations. It doesn't feel very oily onto your skin. It feels a little bit matte. So of course this is a great foundation for oily skin people. And also it gives a good coverage. It has got a medium coverage to buildable. Now buildable coverage means, for example, if you are applying a foundation which has got light coverage, nothing got hidden onto your face, you can go on with a second layer. And when you go on with the second layer, you can see that it has hidden a little bit of your dark spots or blemishes. So in that case, we can say that it has got a buildable coverage. That is, if you build in the foundation, if you apply it for the second layer, it is going to make the coverage a little more. Next, I'm going to talk about the Lakme Absolute Argan Oil Serum Foundation. Again, it comes with an SPF of 45. And this is perfect for oily skin people. Now I know it says that it is an argan oil serum foundation. It should be great for dry skin people. But if you are a dry skin person and you are using this foundation, it will get clung to your dry patches. So I won't be suggesting any dry skin person who has got a lot of dry patches on their skin. I wouldn't suggest them using this one. In fact, it stays on for a long time. It is really lightweight. You won't even feel that that you have got foundation on your skin. So it is really good for people having oily skin. It is an amazing product, but the main thing is that no matter whatever foundation you use, oily people, you need to set your foundation with a powder. If you don't do it, your foundation won't stay. It is really important, even if you are going out for mantle hopping and everything, you should carry a powder with you. And when you think that your T-zone is getting oily, now T-zone is this area of your face. If you think that your T-zone is getting oily, just powder it up a little bit. Any compact powder comes with a sponge, powder it a little bit onto your T-zone and you're good to go. Now coming to the foundations which are really good for dry skin people. The first foundation which I have with me is the Nykaa Skin Genius foundation. Now if you're somebody who is very dry and has got dry patches on your skin, you can absolutely go on with the Nykaa Skin Genius one because it is really light in nature and it is purely water-based foundation and it glides on really smoothly onto our face. It gives a light to medium coverage. So if you apply it on a single layer, it will give a light coverage, and if you build in the color, if you apply a second layer, it will give you a medium coverage, and also it gives a nice dewy finish to your face. So if you think that you have got a normal skin, then apply this foundation, and after a certain point of time, when you think that your skin is getting oily, now use a powder at that point of time. So if you are very dry, you don't need to use a powder. You would love the dewy finish this foundation gives. Next foundation is from Milani. It's the Conceal+Perfect 2-in-1 foundation. Now I've got a dry skin and I use this one in my tutorial, as you guys saw. I love this foundation, how it feels on my skin, but again you have to moisturize your skin very well because it might get into your dry patches. But you can go with this foundation even if you are from dry skin category, or if you are from the oily skin category. I wouldn't suggest this one that much, but if you want to use it, oily skin people, you can use it, but you need to pack on a lot of powder over it. But dry skin people, you can apply it, but you need to apply a little bit of the moisturizer because it is going to enhance your dry patches over your skin. So be very cautious when you're applying this foundation. Next foundation is the ones from M.A.C. It's the M.A.C HD Liquid Foundation, and this is again a full coverage foundation. This has got a medium to full coverage. That is, it is buildable foundation. You can use it with a brush if you want a high coverage. You can use it with a sponge if you want a medium coverage. You can also use it with a finger. It will again give you a nice medium coverage to your face, and this will last a long time in the day. Next, one of my favorite foundations from the drugstore, it is the Fit Me foundation. Now it says that it is for normal to oily. Now this foundation is such a foundation that even oily skin people can use it. Also dry skin people can use it very nicely and very comfortably actually. But oily skin people, I would suggest you guys again to powder your foundation. If you're using this foundation, powder it up nicely and it is going to stay onto your face. Even dry skin people, go for it. Like, close your eyes, go for it. So with that, I'm going to end this video. I hope it was helpful to you, and if it was, then don't forget to give a thumbs up and stay tuned for tomorrow's video because I'm again going to come with another new video, and I will talk to you guys on my next video. Till then, take care and God bless you. Bye.